So welcome back. You've just learned how to generate leads on social media. Now we want to talk about the algorithm. How do you get reach? What are some of the algorithm hacks that you want to learn? You see, when it comes to social media, you have to learn how to prioritize your content in such a way that the content will be pushed for you. It's all about exposure. If you post something a certain way, and it gets little reach. If you repost it another way, it will get a lot of reach. And the whole idea of this is really to increase visibility. The more awareness you have, the more attention you get, the more leads you generate, the more money you make. It's that simple. And the idea is to really create that online presence. So how do you actually create the content? Well, the most important thing to create content for the algorithm is to really stay consistent. You need to post on a regular basis. Do you know it's kind of like a wheel? If you get a wheel and you keep pushing that wheel and then you stop, the wheel eventually slows down. But if you keep pushing that wheel and pulling that wheel, it will keep going. And that's how social media works. If you post every single day and then you stop for, let's say, 6 months and you post again, you're not going to get any reach. It's almost like you're starting from scratch again. So the algorithm favors the creators who post on a consistent basis and also scheduling in. If you post every Monday, post every Monday. If you post every single day at 12, stay consistent because your audience is actually expecting it. The next thing to do is if you want to get more reach, you have to do a lot of engagement. So what I like to do is I always like to ask my audience questions. Hey, I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think? And what happens is it prompts that call to action for people to do stuff. So for me, I say, hey, make sure you like the post, drop a love heart if you love this, comment on this post with your views, share your thoughts, share your posts. So for me, I always want to ask people all these different things because it creates that engagement. What happens is if people start sharing my posts, if they start liking my posts, if they start commenting, then it boosts the content. So one thing I love to do is I love to say, comment yes if you agree with this. So if you look at a lot of my posts, those are ones when I put that specific call to action, I start to get a little more reach. Another way to get a lot of reach is also to create quality content. So sometimes you can shoot things that look professional, or you can shoot things that look a little bit raw. So you can't really have an in-between. You either make it really professional or just make it really raw. In the middle, it kind of sits there. It doesn't really do anything. So the algorithms prioritize high quality content. And what happens is it keeps users engaged. Now, when I say high quality, I don't just mean production value. The two main things that are really important when it comes to shooting your content and posting things online, especially with video, sound quality and lighting. These are the two biggest strategies. So if you're going to shoot content and you have no lighting, make sure you face a window so you get natural lighting. If you want good sound, even if you get a wireless mic, you need some kind of mic that will actually hold and get rid of the noise around you. Because if it's too distracting with the noise, people are not going to look at it. And then the algorithms, when people don't watch it, they click off it, they're not going to give you the reach. Another thing you can do is you can optimize for each platform. So for example, if I look at something like YouTube, YouTube's algorithm is all about the watch time. The more people watch your video, the more likely people are to click on your video, the more likely people are to share your video and engage with your video. But to do that, you need to get a click, right? So how are people going to click on it? If you have a thumbnail, people are more likely to click on it. And a thumbnail is a little picture that people see as a preview. And also the first 5 or 10 seconds of your video make a massive impact. So my videos now, if I create a long video, I'll tell my editor to go through it, cut the first 30 seconds, make a little trailer at the start, then go into the main content. So it allows people to do that. Whereas something like TikTok or something like Instagram or short form content, you want to create videos that are incomplete. For example, I might say, hey, there's 3 things you need to cover when it comes to creating success. The first one is XYZ. The second one is ABC. And the third one, you cut it at the third. And when people watch it, they go, hold on a second, where was the third one? And then so they watch it again and again and again and again. And what happens is it causes the algorithm to go, that video people love to watch from start to finish. That's why if you make your video too long on TikTok, people are not going to complete it. 30 seconds to 60 seconds is a sweet spot. So when we're optimizing for content, we've got to make it visually appealing. Images, infographics. For example, on Instagram, when I first started, I posted a lot of meme type content. So I would take a meme and I would put some kind of caption there. Or I would put a meme, and to engage, I would say, Let me know what caption you would post on here. And what I'll do, I will pin the comment to the top for it to be the best. So for example, when I engage with my audience and I ask them to leave a comment below or a caption for that meme, I will say, hey, the best comments for this, I will pin the post to the top. I will pin your comment. So this is kind of a little bit of gamification. Another thing I love to do as well is tagging in hashtags. Now, there are lots of different, people say, John, are hashtags old now? Yes and no. For new platforms, hashtags help categorize or topic your posts. So for example, if I hashtag business, entrepreneur, investing, it will then know that my content is all about investing, entrepreneurship, and business. The mistake a lot of people make is they make loads of random posts and they put all these different hashtags in there, and then the social media platform doesn't know where to serve that content. So the most important thing is you got to start tagging. When you start tagging people, you want to make sure that you are doing a collaborative tag. So a collaborative tag allows you to get access to other people's audiences. So people just tag me, for example, and then they expect me to share it. But if you do a collaborative tag, a lot of these softwares and social media platforms, the algorithm is allowing you to cross-pollinate audiences. So for example, if you create a tag and you tag me as a collaborator, I can now share it on my post. So now you have access to two audiences. This is one of the best ways to start using hashtags and tagging. Now, the next thing, which is really important, is timing. You got to know when your audience is online. So one of the best little hacks to do this, and I do this when I'm going live on a lot of platforms. So before I go live, a lot of the platforms that will tell you how many people are now live on the platform or if they're active. So if I see a lot of people are online, then I'm going to make a post. Because if you make a post and everyone's asleep and you get like 1 or 2 likes or comments, the algorithm goes, you know what? This is not good. No one likes it, and it gives you less reach. That's why posting at the same time every single day, first of all, the algorithm optimizes to push the content out. Second of all, your audience knows that that's when you make a post, so that's when they're likely to engage. And if you do all these things that I've mentioned, you're going to hack the algorithm and optimize the algorithm so you can get more reach, to get you more leads, to get you more sales. Now, here's the thing. This is the frustrating thing with social media. The algorithms change a lot, but there's only one rule that you need to understand. This is the rule of all social media. Now, before I explain this, you need to understand why social media even exists. Their job is to keep you on the platform as long as possible. Why? So they can serve you ads. They can basically keep you on there so they have more value. So when the algorithms change, you need to do a lot of testing. And also, one thing I've noticed is that when social media platforms, they launch a new feature. I remember the first time these platforms launched a live feature. I would go live and tens of thousands of people would see me live. And then over time, when everyone starts using it, they start reducing the reach. So a good little tip to look out for is when a new feature is introduced, you need to use that feature. When a new social media platform comes out, you need to use that social media platform. I'll give you another example. When Clubhouse first came out, I started using it. I'd have 45,000 people listening to me every single day because I was an early adapter. So what you want to think about is you need to think about how do you keep people on your social media platform as long as possible to watch your content. And if you can do that, a lot of the platforms will reward you for it. Even things like TikTok now, they actually have a TikTok news where they tell you all the trending songs, all the trending hashtags, all the trending content, and you just take one, you look at what's working, you replicate it in your way, and you post it, and then it goes viral again. Then you can understand how the algorithm works. If you come from this mindset, I promise you that you'll always beat the algorithm. Okay, so now it's action time. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through all the things that I've just mentioned and implement one of them. So one of the easiest things you can do is go through every single post that you've ever posted and find out which one has the highest reach, highest likes, highest comment, highest engagement. And look at when you posted it and what you posted. You see, a lot of the times when people come to me and say, hey, John, I don't know what to post. Look at what's already worked and do more of it and double down on it. Because when you do that, you already know what works. The algorithm is already favoring it. So feed it more of what it wants. Do that exercise because the next session is all about data, and data is king.